So yesterday we were studying close packing in crystal systems. So in solids, the constituent particles are very closely packed because of the presence of great force of attraction. So what is close packing? As I have told you, arrangement of maximum number of spherical constituent particles in minimum space is known as close packing. Because of close packing, the particles come very close to each other and hence the density of the solid increases. So, or the density of the solids is maximum. Then arrangement of particles in three-dimensional structure in solids involves the following three steps. The arrangement of constituent particles in three-dimensional structure, because solids are present in three-dimensional structure. The arrangement of constituent particles in three-dimensional structure involves the following three steps. So, in the first step, we will know how the particles are arranged in one step. So, the first step is close packing in one dimension. So, here the particles are arranged one after the other in a row. When the particles are arranged in a row, we will get rows of spheres. So, in this row, each particle is in contact with two other spheres. Therefore, the coordination number in one dimension is 2. So, when particles are arranged in a line, we will get rows of spheres when the particles are arranged in one dimension. Coming to the close packing arrangement in two dimensions. So, here when the rows of spheres are arranged or packed one over the other, we will get layers of spheres. So, when close packing in two dimension takes place, we will get layers of spheres. They are also called as crystal layers. So, in one dimension, when particles are arranged in one dimension, we will get rows of spheres. In two dimension, when rows are placed one over the other, we will get layers of spheres. They are also called as crystal layers. The staking of rows one over the other can be done in two ways. So, this is first method. It is called square close packing in two dimension. So, in this packing, the rows are placed one over the other such that the spheres of each rows are exactly one over the other. This type of arrangement is known as AAA type of arrangement. So, in square close packing arrangement, these are the rows. Rows are stacked, placed one over the other such that each sphere is exactly over the spheres of the lower layers. So, in this packing, each particle is surrounded by 4 other particles. Therefore, coordination number equals how much? Coordination number equals 4. When the centers of the neighboring spheres are joined, we will get a square shape. Therefore, this packing is known as square close packing in two dimension. So, similarly, we can arrange we can stake or we can place the rows in another manner. So, that is called hexagonal close packing in two dimension. So, if you place spheres over spheres, we will get square close packing. If you place spheres over the depressions, so these positions are called depressions. So, if the rows are placed over the depressions of the lower layers, we will get this type of arrangement. This type of arrangement is known as, so in this arrangement, the particles of the third layer are exactly over the particles of the first layer. So this is first layer A, second layer B, third layer A, fourth layer B. So when the rows are arranged one over the other like this, that means the second layer spheres are placed over the depressions of the first layer, we will get AB type. What is the meaning of AB type? Here the spheres of A layer are exactly below the spheres of the third layer. So this type of arrangement is known as AB type. Here each particle is surrounded by 6 other particles, therefore the coordination number is 6. Coordination number is 6. So if you join the center of all these 6 spheres, you will get a regular hexagon shape. Therefore, this packing is known as hexagonal close packing. So while arranging the particles in 2 dimension, we can do it in 2 methods. One is square close packing, another one is hexagonal close packing. In square close packing, the rows of spheres are placed one over the other such that the spheres are exactly over the spheres of the lower layer. So in hexagonal close packing, the spheres of the second layer are over the depressions of the spheres of the first layer. So in this arrangement, the spheres of alternate rows are exactly one over the other. This type of arrangement is square close packing arrangement. This type of arrangement is known as hexagonal close packing arrangement. So in 2-dimensional arrangements, we will get layers of spheres. In 1 dimension, we will get line of spheres. These are layers of spheres. Coming to 3-dimensional close packing from 2-dimensional square close packed layers. So we have got 2 types of close packed layers: square close packed layers, hexagonal close packed layers. So if the layers, suppose this is the layer, if the layer is placed one over the other, we will have different types of 3-dimensional structures. Since solids are present in 3-dimensional structures, 3-dimensional structures are obtained by placing layers of spheres. These are the layers of spheres one over the other. So this can be done in many ways. The first method is a 3-dimensional close packing from 2-dimensional square close packed layers. These are the 2-dimensional square close packed layers. If they are placed one over the other, assume that these are the layers: first layer, second layer, third layer, etc. We will get this type of arrangement is known as AAA type of arrangement. So here A is not the single row, it is a layer of rows. So if A layer is placed over another layer such that the spheres are exactly one over the other, we will get AAA type of arrangement. This type of packing is known as simple cubic close packing. This type of arrangement in 3-dimensional packing is known as simple cubic close packing. Here the coordination number is 6. So how coordination number is 6? This is one layer. In the middle layer, this sphere is surrounded by 4 other spheres, and if you place another layer over this layer, so this sphere is attached with another layer, another sphere over the above layer and another sphere over the below layer. Totally the coordination number becomes 6. The unit cell in this 3-dimensional close packing, namely simple cubic close packing, is simple cubic unit cell or primitive unit cell. So the first type, square close packed layers, when they are placed one over the other, we will get three-dimensional structure. That three-dimensional structure is known as simple cubic closed packing. It is called SCP, simple cubic closed packing. Coordination number is very important. Coordination number is 6, and unit cell is called simple or primitive cubic unit cell. Coming to other two types. So three-dimensional closed packing from two-dimensional hexagonal closed packing. This is two-dimensional hexagonal closed packing. So using these layers, we can arrange the layers in two different manners. So three-dimensional closed packing from two-dimensional hexagonal closed packing, the layers are arranged in two types. So one is ABAB type, another one is ABC type. To understand this, we will write another figure, namely, I will write another figure to show what are tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. An idea? So before going to study the three-dimensional closed packing from two-dimensional hexagonal closed packed layers, we will know the meaning of tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. So let us consider this is the hexagonal closed packed layer. This is hexagonal closed packed layer. So let us call this layer as layer A. So in this layer there are voids. These are called voids. What is the meaning of voids? These are the vacant spaces. These are the vacant spaces around the spheres. They are called voids or unfilled spaces or holes. These are called triangular voids. Triangular voids. What are voids? The unfilled spaces, the empty spaces around the spherical atoms or ions in a crystal are called voids. There are so many triangular voids in this hexagonal closed packed layers. Suppose if I want to place another layer, another hexagonal closed packed layer over this layer, so what I have to do? I have to place those layers over some of the triangular voids like this. Some triangular voids will be closed. So I will place them over some of the triangular voids like this. So I am placing the second hexagonal layer over the first hexagonal layer. So this is the view from the above view. So the white circle layers are layer A and the red circle layers are layer B. So when I place the second layer over the first layer, what are the layers here? Hexagonal closed packed layers I am taking. First hexagonal layer, hexagonal closed packed layer is white color. The second hexagonal closed packed layer is layer B. So when I place the second hexagonal layer over the first hexagonal layer, some of the triangular voids are covered. So these are the triangular voids which are covered, and some triangular voids are uncovered. So the covered triangular voids are called tetrahedral voids. Covered triangular voids are called tetrahedral voids, and uncovered triangular voids are called octahedral voids. Octahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids are represented by T, octahedral voids are represented by O. So these are the tetrahedral voids T. So these are T, tetrahedral voids, and these are octahedral voids O. These are not covered voids. This is tetrahedral, 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 and these are octahedral voids. So this is how we can differentiate between tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. So one layer, hexagonal close packed layer. So in this layer there are so many triangular voids. The unfilled spaces are called triangular voids in the first layer. If you place the second hexagonal layer over the first hexagonal layer, some of the triangular voids are covered by the spheres of the second layer. So those covered triangular voids are called tetrahedral voids. Uncovered triangular voids of the first layer are called octahedral voids. So this is the meaning of tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. Coming to three-dimensional close packing from two-dimensional hexagonal close packing. So this is the first layer, this is the second layer. While placing the third layer in three-dimensional structure, that is important. So you will get different types depending upon the placement of the third layer. So here AB type. When the third layer is placed over the tetrahedral voids of the second layer. So this is the second, these are the, so here these are the, yes, these are the tetrahedral voids of the second layer. So when you place the third layer over the second layer, if you place the spheres over the tetrahedral voids of the second layer, you will get this type of structure, that is AB type of structure. So depending upon the placement of the third layer, if the third layer is placed over the tetrahedral voids of the second layer, we will get hexagonal close packing. We will get hexagonal close packing. It is called HCP. Here the coordination number is 12 because, so this is the particle, it is surrounded by it is surrounded by 6 particles in one layer and 3 particles above and 3 particles below. So therefore totally the coordination number becomes, for this particle becomes 12. So depending upon the placement of the third layer over the second layer, In second layer there are tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. If the third layer is placed over the tetrahedral voids of the second layer, what happens? The spheres of the first layer and the spheres of the third layer becomes identical or in one line. Therefore, it is called ABAB type. The structure obtained is called hexagonal close packing HCP. Coordination number is 12. This structure is shown by the elements magnesium and zinc. Magnesium and zinc. There is another type of arrangement in three-dimensional hexagonal close packing, namely ABC type. How ABC type is obtained? So, if or when the third layer is placed over the octahedral voids of the second layer, these are the octahedral voids, the voids which are not covered by the spheres. If the third layer is placed over the second octahedral voids of the second layer, what happens? The third layer is not aligned either with the layer A or with the layer B. It forms a separate layer which is called C. And then if a fourth layer is placed over the third layer, the spheres of fourth layer becomes in line with the spheres of layer A. Therefore, this type of arrangement is known as ABC type of arrangement, and the structure obtained is called octahedral voids. Cubic close packing. This type of arrangement is known as cubic close packing. It is known as CCP. So, here this arrangement is known as hexagonal close packing. It is HCP. This is called cubic close packing, namely CCP. Here also coordination number is 12. So, one layer around the particle there are 6 particles, 3 above and 3 below, totally 12 number. 12 is the coordination number, and this type of arrangement or packing is shown by AU and AG etc. gold and silver. So, three-dimensional arrangement can be done by 3 methods. So, there are 2 types of layers, 2-dimensional layers, namely square close packed layer and hexagonal close packed layers. Square close packed layer. If the square close packed layers are placed one above the other, the spheres of the lower layers are exactly over the spheres of the upper layers, and this type of arrangement is known as AAA type, and the structure obtained is known as simple cubic close packing structure. It is known as SCP. Coordination number is 6, and the unit cell is known as simple cubic unit cell or primitive cubic unit cell, and the structure is like this. So, this type of structure is not shown by any natural crystals. So, no natural crystal shows this type of arrangement, because in this type of arrangement the voids are more. Therefore, the efficiency of packing is less, and hence this type of arrangement is not shown by so many natural crystals. And coming to the three-dimensional arrangement using hexagonal close packed layers. Hexagonal close packed layers, by placing one over the other, we can place them in 2 types, namely ABAB type, ABC type. If you place ABAB type, what is ABAB type? So, you know what is tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids. So, this is how we can understand tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. If the third layer is placed over the tetrahedral voids of the second layer, you will get ABAB type. If the third layer is placed over the octahedral voids of the second layer, you will get hexagonal close packing. cubic closed packing. So in both hexagonal closed packing and cubic closed packing, the coordination number is 12. This type of structure is shown by magnesium and zinc, and this type of structure is shown by gold and silver. So now we will know what are voids or interstitial sites or holes. So the empty spaces, for example, these are the spherical particles, namely atoms or ions. These are the spherical atoms, ions or molecules which are arranged in solids. So these are the empty spaces. These are the empty spaces or the uncovered spaces. The empty spaces around the spherical atoms in a crystal system are known as voids. Write down: the empty spaces or holes around the spherical atoms or ions in a crystal structure are called voids or holes, etc. The empty spaces around the spherical atoms or ions in a crystal structure are called voids or holes. So there are two types of voids. Number one, tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids, and number two, octahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. Now we will know what are tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral voids. The void surrounded by four spheres. The void surrounded by four spheres directing towards the vertices of a regular tetrahedron is called tetrahedral voids. The void surrounded by four spheres directing towards the vertices of a regular tetrahedron is called tetrahedral void. So how the tetrahedral voids are formed? Say for example, so these are the three spheres. So if another sphere comes and sit on this position, we will get a tetrahedral void. Three spheres in one plane and another sphere comes and sit in this place. This is known as tetrahedral void. So when we viewed from side, it looks like this. Or suppose These are the spheres in one plane, and you place another sphere over the triangular void of the lower layer. This is also called tetrahedral void. This is tetrahedral void. The void surrounded by 4 spheres. The empty space around 4 spheres is known as tetrahedral voids. These spheres are directing towards the corners of a regular tetrahedron. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the centers of the 4 spheres. These are called tetrahedral voids. What are tetrahedral voids? The void surrounded by 4 spheres, the empty space surrounded by 4 spheres. These 4 spheres are directing towards the corners of a regular tetrahedron are called tetrahedral voids. So tetrahedral voids can be shown by like this. So next, for each sphere is surrounded by 8 tetrahedral voids. So around each sphere, around each particle, there are 8 tetrahedral voids. So each sphere is surrounded by 8 tetrahedral voids. Coming to the second type of void, namely octahedral voids. Octahedral voids. So what are octahedral voids? The void surrounded by 8 spheres. 8 spheres. The voids surrounded by 6 spheres. The voids surrounded by 6 spheres directing towards the corners a regular octahedron. Octahedron is called octahedral sphere, octahedral void. The void surrounded by 6 spheres directing towards the corners of a regular octahedron is called octahedral void. So each sphere is surrounded by here sphere means each particle surrounded by 6 octahedral spheres, surrounded by 6 octahedral spheres. So octahedral spheres can be represented like this. So 3 spheres in the lower layer and 3 spheres in the upper layer. So this empty space is known as octahedral sphere. It can also be represented like this. So this is side view and this one is the upper view. So 3 spheres in the lower layer and 3 spheres from the upper layer. So this void is known as octahedral void. Octahedral void. So 3 spheres in the lower layer and 3 spheres in the upper layer are placed one over the other. The gap, the empty space around these 6 spheres is known as octahedral void. So this is side view of the octahedral voids. So now coming to the number of octahedral voids and tetrahedral voids in a crystals. Number of tetrahedral and octahedral voids in a crystal lattice. So the number of tetrahedral and octahedral voids depends on the number of spherical, the number of spheres. Here spheres means atoms or ions, etc. in the space lattice. Number of spheres in the space lattice. If n is the number of lattice points or spheres in the lattice, then the number of octahedral voids is equal to n. Number of octahedral voids is equal to the number of lattice points or the number of spheres in the lattice, and the number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2 into n, 2 into the number of spheres. So number of octahedral voids is equal to number of spheres in the lattice points, and number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2 into number of spheres in the lattice points. So this is very important in working out the problem. So the number of octahedral voids is equal to number of spheres or the number of lattice points. Number of tetrahedral voids is equal to 2 into number of spheres or number of lattice points.